Yo, y'all know what it is, y'all know what it ain't. And I know y'all been waiting for my perspective on this shit. I actually been behind the scenes trying to get people information like who's close to the scene, who close to the source, who actually was either snitched on or was involved with some of the people who was. And I actually got together a good lineup for a Friday Night Live, but people wanted me to pay them, y'all. And I was going to pay somebody, but everything didn't fall through. It is what it is. There's no hard feelings. So that's why I've been taking my time to get to the story. I apologize for that. Me and Trenches News had a great rapport at one point in time. When my mom died, he reached out to me. He was like, "You can't stop blogging. You an exciting dude." Even when I used to take breaks off blogging just for mental health reasons and personal shit that I was going through and just trying to sort out. He was hitting me up, making sure I kept blogging. Like, honestly, him and Chris Barnes, during that time last year when I was going through a rough 6 months, catching my pipe case, crashing my cars, a couple near-death experiences and shit like that, they was hitting me up, making sure I stayed on my toes. So this is nothing against me not trying to do a story on somebody who I was potentially cool with. It's more along the lines of me trying to get together a good segment and bring to y'all and not just drop no news reports like breaking news. I was trying to actually get to the bottom of this shit, and it just didn't work out. And honestly, when you see this paperwork and you see the initials of MW and RW, we already know. Butter, what the fuck Mike Epps say? Papan since been Papan since been Papan. Butter been snitching since snitching been snitching. It's nothing new, man. It's nothing new. But with Trenches News, the thing that shocks me the most is when him being a blogger, him having a close source to everything, it helped his channel rise. You know what I'm saying? His stock went up through the door. He became a real prominent figure, not just Chicago blogging, but just in the drill culture in general, with him being pretty much the role manager for FBG, with Manny being the actual manager who put cash behind it, him having ties to O Block and STL. He had a real interesting story that he put in the book, and it was all paying off for him. But when I read this paperwork, something that stands out to me is that he's been snitching since he was locked up in 2021 when this was actually brought to him. I think he was locked up for a pipe case. I can't exactly remember, but this offer was brought to him to snitch, and he took the bait. So when he came home and started blogging, he was already snitching. Butter, he was in jail for a pipe case last year, and he actually asked for the police to come to him so he can give up information that he knows. Now, the thing with these guys, they both was not on the scene. It's just they can connect the dots and get that circumstantial evidence, probable cause, and other shit like that that's needed for them because all they have is text messages, and they got some good evidence on all the guys. But as far as a sealed and shut case, that's what the feds like to do. That's what they need them to for. And the fact that I seen Trenches News name and paperwork doesn't make me feel like, oh shit, my homie, my guy, because me and bro ain't never linked, smoked, and kicked it like that. It was more of a good rapport. Remember that. Friendships and rapport is two different things. But seeing his name in his paperwork really put my back against the wall, as well as other people like Seti Nash, Truth Teller, King AK-47, Chris Barnes, and all the other bloggers who might have information that's breaking news and we might have it before the rest of the world have it. And now it makes us look like we snitches. And when I do these block the blocks with people, I'm not trying to build friendships, but after I do these block the blocks, a lot of these rappers hit me up for like to pop up at their video shoots, to kick it with them on a daily. They get a bottle, drink, and smoke. And with me being a blogger, you know, unfortunately, that's a jacket I gotta wear being a blogger, and Trenches News is one as well. So with this being information like this, people hitting me up like, man, bro, who else you think is a snitch as far as in the blogging community? And I can't say that. But I also I guarantee it's a couple side eyes that's going to be looking my way as well, just because now the blogging name has been tarnished. Even though it's been tarnished, man. This ain't no shit that, you feel me, like, that's prestige to be a fucking drill blogger, but it's just one of those things that street cred is everything. If you know me, you know I still live on the west side of Chicago. I'm still in the trenches. So if people was to look at me like a snitch, now, unfortunately, not my life, but my safety and my well-being might be at risk just for people who don't like me, who might not like me because of the shit that's going on with trenches. And like I said before, he built a big following that he deserved. He really did deserve it. But it kind of remind me like the Send Me the Bull shit. You know, like, oh, damn, Send Me the Bull shit. Let me break that up. Send Me the Bull type shit. Because Sammy was a dude who was close to the source with the mafia, just like Trenches, but he started snitching and doing everything that he could do to stay free while having an ecstasy ring and a stolen car, conglomerate or some shit like that going on in Arizona. And it's kind of like the same with Trenches. He started snitching before he got out of jail, came home knowing he was a snitch, and kind of used the information that he was giving the FBI. He was giving the FBI the same information he was telling us for free on YouTube. But he was getting paid from both, actually. He was getting paid for being a snitch for the YouTube. For the FBI, and he was getting paid from his videos off YouTube. And so it was one of those things where it's kind of like all these Lil J videos being released and all this other shit that's coming out. I'm pretty sure it had him nervous at a point, like, oh shit, I'm next. And unfortunately, it wasn't any county videos released. It was that good old black and white. And I tried to hit Trench's News up just to tell him, like, yo, I ain't trying to bash you or nothing like that, but can I get your side exactly what happened? He ain't been active on Instagram. He took all the comments off all his pictures. So you know what that means. Usually when a person do that is most likely true. But this ain't the only paperwork that I've seen. And actually, for the past 2-3 months, people have been coming out saying Trench's News was a snitch. Their channels just wasn't big enough to get that publicity that it deserved. And now we here, we are where we here today. And I just want to leave y'all with this. Snitching is not right. It don't matter who it is. If your best friend is a snitch, you need to get away from him. Because, just imagine y'all sitting in the car riding, smoking with pipes. You don't know he a snitch. 12 already know you probably got that shit in the car and it's over with. You know what I mean? It's an unfortunate situation, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, I just don't know what made him think he can come home being a snitch, then start doing YouTube. Like, ain't everything not gonna come out to the light when we got the 1090 Jakes of the world who gonna make it happen. But I'm just really honestly anxious to see how he gonna come back from this. It's been about a week with me trying to gather information and other people, and I'm pretty sure with him trying to figure out what he gonna say. We gonna see, man. Only time will tell. Get in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think below. I'm gone.